Hi, I'm Matt from the HMO platform, and we help landlords from across the UK get on course towards profitability, wealth and success in an ethical way using our next level HMO and co-living strategies. Now in this video, I'm going to be covering all about loft conversions, now in particular reference to HMOs. So when you've got a property which has got enough head height in the loft to be able to get an extra bedroom in there, you can convert it under permitted development, so you don't need any planning permission to be able to do that. If you call up the council and ask them whether you need planning permission to do it, they might tell you that you do, but that would not be true. What you can do under permitted development is to put in roof lights, so skylights in the front facade and the rear, and actually out the back you can put what's called a dormer, which can be a long, essentially a box that you put on the back of the property to give you full head height from the ridge of the property all the way back to the rear wall. Now, if you have a property that's got an outrigger at the back, you can even go up above the outrigger to the ridge height of the original building as well. When you do this, as long as you've got the width in the outrigger to be able to get a decent bedroom out of it, we can often get 2 bedrooms out of a loft. I've actually seen properties where you've been able to get 3 bedrooms just by converting all of that extra space. Now the permitted development rights do have some limitations, because if your property is a terrace property, you can only add an extra 40 cubic metres of space. That's additional to the original property. If your property is a semi-detached property or a detached property, you can add up to 50 cubic metres of extra space. That's actually quite a lot. Now, if you're not sure how much space you're adding, this is where you'll need to get a survey done of the property. We quite often like to get point cloud surveys done, because that gives us a real 3D image of the property to be able to work out exactly how much extra volume we're adding to the property in case the planning department ever came and asked. So if you want to make sure that you are complying with the planning policy and that permitted development right, you can always apply to the council for a certificate of lawful development, which means that they rubber stamp it and they go, yes, you are doing everything within your rights. But you don't have to do that. So in summary, a loft is a fantastic way to add bedrooms to a property. If you can get a couple of extra bedrooms in your loft space, they can often be really nice, they can be big, they can be luxurious, you can make the spaces really quirky, like the one I'm in right now, and you can make the storage spaces and the eaves work really well. So in your loft conversion, you want to make sure that you've got at least the right amount of floor area above 1.5 square metres. Because in the eaves of the property, you can only account any floor area for your room sizes for your HMOs when it's above 1.5 square metres. Also, when you're designing your loft conversion, you want to be looking at the space which is countable above 1.5 metres. So in the eaves, you can't count any space which is below 1.5 metres in height. So our loft really wants to be a decent size outside of those eaves. A really good trick, if you don't quite have the head height in your loft, but you do have lots of head height on the floor below, is you could actually lower the ceilings of your loft to be able to create the space in there. So that does add obviously some cost to your project, but if you're getting an extra 1, 2 or maybe even 3 bedrooms up in the loft, then it could be well worth it. Now my final point about loft conversions with HMOs is that if you've got an existing HMO which is C4 or a sui generis HMO, if you're not sure what those definitions are, then check out my video on planning permissions. But if you've got a C4 or sui generis HMO, then those still have permitted development rights to do the lofts. If you call your council, they may often say that you don't, but actually there is case law which says that you do. So you can go ahead and do that. If you have any questions about that or anything else in this video, then please put a comment down below and then I will answer those. So thank you for watching. That was a video all about HMOs and loft conversions. If you like what we've seen in this video, then we've got plenty more all about HMOs from the planning permission through to licensing and how to get started as an HMO developer. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.